What if I told you that in 1871, a fire wiped out 1.2 million acres in Wisconsin, 5 times bigger than the Great Chicago Fire that same night, but almost no one talks about it today. Imagine this. October 8th, farmers burn, brush winds kick up, and suddenly hell breaks loose in Peshtigo, Wisconsin. A wall of fire races through at 60 miles an hour. It jumps the Peshtigo River like it was nothing. Wooden buildings explode. People run into the river or fields, hoping to survive. Official count: at least 1,200 dead. Some say 2,500. That's more than Chicago's 300. But here's the kicker. Peshtigo burned 1.2 million acres. Chicago, just 3,300. It created its own firestorm, a tornado of flames 200 feet high. Yet history books barely mention it. Why? Think about it. You're in school. Teacher says, Great Chicago Fire. You nod. But Peshtigo, crickets. I stumbled on this while digging into old Midwest maps. 1 minute I'm looking at railroads. Next thing, I'm reading survivor tales that chill you to the bone. People clawed dirt for safety. Priests heard final confessions in the river. Birds fell from the sky, cooked their leaf. But here's where it gets weird. That same night, October, fires erupt everywhere. Michigan's Upper Peninsula loses over 1 million acres too. Over 30 towns gone. The Holland and Manistee fires in Michigan kill hundreds. Illinois, Indiana, even Canada's smoke chokes the skies. New York reports ash falling like snow. The moon turns blood red from the haze. Coincident? Official story says dry weather and careless fires. Okay, but think about the scale. 12 million acres burned across the Great Lakes that week. That's like erasing Rhode Island 3 times over. No one connects the dots back then. Papers fixate on Chicago. Why, the silence. On Peshtigo was a boomtown. Sawmills everywhere. By 1871, it had 1,700 people. Railroads shipped lumber east. The fire hits at 9 p.m. Sunday. By morning, nothing left. Not a single building. The ground. White ash. 2 inches deep. Iron stoves melt. Rail tracks twist like pretzels. Survivors tell wild stories. Father Peter Pernin swims the river with a sacristan box floating him. He loses everything: books, clothes, even his identity papers. A man named William Harrison prays as flames circle him. He wakes up alive. Clothes burned off. Over 350 people cram into one well, passing out from heat and lack of air. Now picture this. Dawn breaks. Relief trains roll in from Green Bay, but the dead piled like cordwood. Shallow graves everywhere. No time for coffins. Disease scares officials. They burn bodies in pits. Records spotty at best. No full census before the fire. Population guesses. Only Chicago grabs headlines. Mrs. O'Leary Escow kicks a lantern that's a tale sure. But Peshtigo? Buried. Why? Some say Chicago's bigger news. More telegraphs, more drama. But dig deeper. Peshtigo's mills supplied Chicago's rebuild. Lumber barons had skin in the game. Records from those mills. Thin after the fire, and the rebuilding lightning fast. By 1873, Peshtigo rises from ash. New sawmills. Hum. Population rebounds. Brick replaces wood. No traces of the old town. It's like It never happened. Official reports blamed colonists clearing land. But farmers say winds were normal. No big drought proof. Here's where it gets weirder. That same October 8th, a hurricane slams the Caribbean. Babcock Peak. In Michigan, another fire nexus burns hot. Port Huron, Michigan, sees fire devils dancing. Billions of board feet cut yearly. Slash piles everywhere. One sparked and boom. But think about that for a second. Why no federal probe? No big inquiry like later fires. Records from Peshtigo's Board of Trade vanish. Early censuses gone. The 1870 census for northeast Wisconsin. Incomplete. Fire blamed, of course. Fast forward. The 1871 fires sync with the Great Chicago Fire perfectly. Both start around 8:30 p.m. Chicago's wind shifts north. Peshtigo's gale comes from the southwest. Smoke plumes merge over Lake Michigan. Sailors 100 miles out at sea see the glow. Survivor accounts match too. In Peshtigo, a dark cloud rolls in, then fire rain. Chicago. Same members from nowhere. Official explanation. Separate accidents. Yet patterns scream connection. No rail delays reported. No warnings between towns. And this isn't isolated. Remember the 1871 Michigan Holocaust. Over 2 million acres. Towns like Williamsburg, poof. Population halved. Insurance claims skyrocket. But probes? None. Rebuilds happen overnight. New owners step in. Dig into newspapers. Chicago Tribune obsesses over its own ruin. Peshtigo gets a paragraph. Dreadful calamity in Wisconsin, they say. Then nothing. Why the blackout? Lumber interests. Railroads. Or just chaos. Now imagine you're a Peshtigo kid that night. Parents scoop you up. Run for the river. Water boils around you. You survive. But your home, school, church arrest. No photos left. Diaries burned. Oral histories fade. Records back it up. The Peshtigo time starts post-fire in 1872. Early additions mourn but push forward. Phoenix from ashes, they call it. Population hits 2,000 by 1880. But the dead? Forgotten. Mass grave in the woods. No marker till 1920s. Why does this matter? Because gaps scream louder than facts. Official toll. 1,152 confirmed. Real number, maybe 2,400. Why lowball? Cemeteries overflow. Unidentified bones surface for years. And the silence spreads. School books glorify Chicago. Peshtigo. Footnote. If lucky. Michigan fires. Ignored patterns emerge. 1825. New York burns. 4 million acres. Silent rebuild. 1889. Seattle raises streets. 30 feet old town vanishes. Same vibe. Think about it. Erased century stuff. Missing censuses like the 1890 U.S. Census fire on January 10th, 1921. Peshtigo echoes that Racco's gone. Official shrugs, but it doesn't stop there. Peshtigo's fire creates a fire cyclone. Documented by witnesses, winds hit 100 miles per hour inside. Modern experts call it a firenado, rare back then, yet no studies till 1900s. Rebuilding clues, New Peshtigo gets a depot fast. Chicago and Northwestern Railroad extends lines. Lumber flows again. Who benefits? Big timber families like the Ludingtons in Michigan. Their mills untouched. Profits soar post-fire. Here's the stun. Peshtigo had a railroad-scale house. It weighs victims at 100 per hour. Grim. Bodies shipped out. Where? Unmarked pits. No DNA era back then. Identities lost forever. And globally. Same night, fires hit Ottawa, Canada. Synchronous blazes puzzle experts today. Solar activity, railroad sparks, official line, weather, but no smoking gun. Now tie it back. This isn't just Peshtigo, it's a pattern. Massive 1800s fire, Chicago, Peshtigo, Michigan, dwarfed by silent, swift rebuilds. Records vanish. Old settlements scrubbed clean, like someone wanted fresh starts. Why hide 1.2 million scorched acres? Why let Chicago steal the show? Think bigger. Erased history hides the scale. Subtle patterns. Logging booms, rail expansions, land grabs. And this isn't one case. Same blueprint in the 1900 Galveston hurricane says 000 dead. Quick rebuild, gaps in counts. Or the 1918 flew official numbers low. Records spotty. Erased century playbook. If this blows your mind, you're seeing it too. Peshtigo screams, look closer. Simultaneous fires, vanished proof. Silent history. In the next video, we'll dig into the 1889 Seattle street razing, whole city lifted 30 feet, old world buried alive. Same eerie pattern. If you're starting to see the pattern too, do me a favor right now. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We're uncovering these erased stories every single week. Drop a comment and tell me, what do you think really caused the Peshtigo silence? I'll read every single one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.